Haftarah for Shachrith of the Day of Atonement, Isaiah chapter 57, verse 14 to 21, and 58, verses 1 through 14. Haftarah Shachrith Shol Yom Kippur Bishaya Simon Nun Zain, and shall say, cast ye up, prepare the way, take up the stumbling block out of the way of my people. For thus saith the high and lofty one that inhabiteth eternity, whose name is holy. I dwell in the high and holy place with him also that is of a contrite and humble spirit, to revive the spirit of the humble, and to revive the heart of the contrite ones. For I will not contend forever, neither will I be always wroth. For the spirit should fail before me, and the souls which I have made. For the iniquity of his covetousness was I wroth, and smote him. I hid me, and was wroth, and he went on forwardly in the way of his heart. I have seen his ways, and will heal him. I will lead him also, and restore comforts unto him, and to his mourners I create the speech of his lips. Peace, peace to him that is far off, and to him that is near, saith God as a verb noun. And I will heal him. But the wicked are like the troubled sea, when it cannot rest, whose waters cast up mire and dirt. There is no peace, saith my God, to the wicked. And we have, is it Neeb? I think it's Ebe, Guri, Kametz, Bezkov, and I'm not sure whether this is for the next one or the other one. Yet your wow, Pentateuch, Batnich, and you can invoke peaceful blessings on the people who aren't there, aren't even alive. It's not the same as worshiping them as saints. 48. Cry with the throat, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sins. Yet they seek me daily, and delight to know my ways, as a nation that did righteousness, and forsook not the ordinance of their God. They ask of me the ordinances of justice. They take delight in approaching to God. Wherefore have we fasted, say they, and thou seest not? Wherefore have we afflicted our souls, and thou takest no knowledge? Behold, in the day of your fast ye find pleasure, and exact all your labors. Behold, ye fast for strife and debate, and to smite with the fist of wickedness. Ye fast not this day to make your voice to be heard on high. Is it such a fast that I have chosen, a day for a man to afflict his soul? Is it to bow down his head as a bulrush, and to spread sackcloth and ashes under him? Wilt thou call this a fast, and an acceptable day to God as verb and noun? Now, one of the traditions that Islam and some of the lesser known forms of Judaism and some of the lesser known forms of Christianity practice is when you fast, you oil your hair or lips, or you have nicer clothes, if anything, when you fast, because you don't, is not this the fast that I have chosen, to loose the bands of wickedness, to undo the bands of the yoke, and to let the oppressed go free, and that ye break every yoke. And that, of course, more specifically in the Islamic tradition, that when you fast, you're letting go of the little sins and even, some disagreeable things that might not expressly be sins. Is it not to deal thy bread to the hungry, and that thou bring the poor that are afflicted to thy house, when thou seest the naked, that thou cover him, and thou hide not thyself from thine own flesh? Then shall thy light break forth as the morning, and thine health shall spring forth speedily, and thy righteousness shall go before thee. The glory of God as a verb and noun shall be thy rear guard. Then shalt thou call, and God as verb and noun shall answer. Thou shalt cry, and he shall say, Here I am. If thou take away from the midst of thee the yoke, the putting forth of the finger and speaking vanity, and if thou draw out thy soul to the hungry and satisfy the afflicted soul, then shall thy light rise in obscurity, and thy darkness be as the noonday. And God as a verb and noun shall guide thee continually, and satisfy thy soul in drought, and relieve thy bones, and thou shalt be like a watered garden, and like a spring of water, whose waters fail not. And they that shall be of thee shall build the old waste places. Thou shalt rise up the foundations of many generations, and thou shalt be called the repairer of the breach, the restorer of paths to dwell in. If thou turn away thy foot from the Sabbath, from doing thy pleasure on my holy day, and call the Sabbath a delight, the holy of God as a verb and noun, honorable, and shalt honor him, not doing thine own ways, nor finding thine own pleasure, nor speaking thine own words, then shalt thou delight in God as a verb and noun, and I will cause thee to ride upon the high places of the earth, and feed thee with the heritage of Jacob thy father, for the mouth of God as a verb and noun hath spoken it. Siddur, Berkut, Achrunut, Wiasa, Ziyatha. For the last blessings, see page 122. Wamer, Slew, Benu, Dirk, Haryimu, Makshul, Madruk, Ami Ki Ka, Amr, Rum, Winsha, Shukun, Ad, Wakdush, Shamu, Murum, Wakdush, Ashkun, Wat, Deka, Washpul, Ruch, La, Chiyut, Ruch, Shiblim, Wal, Hachut, Leb, Nud, Kaim, Ki La, Laulam, Arib, Wala, Lentch, Lentch, Aksaf, Aksuf, Ki, Ruch, Malpani, Yathuf, Wan Shemut, Ani, Ashiti, Baun, Butzau, Katzpati, Wakhu, Hester, Waktup, Wilk, Shubub, Benruk, Labu, Turku, Reti, Warapahu, Wanchahu, Washlam, Nachmim, Lu, Walab, Liu, Bura, Noob, Shaptim, Shlum, Lurchuk, Walgarub, Amr, Yahweh, Warpatu, wa Rashaim Kim Nangrush Ki Hashkath La Yukul Wigrashu Mimu Rapush Wuthyath Ain Shalom Amr Alhi Lershaim Bara Bungrun Al Tutshuk Teshupur Herm Koluk Wahgan Lami Pusham Wolbait Yakum Chatatum Wauti Yum Yidrushun Would Durki Yichbutsun Kagwi Asher Tadka Asha Wash Wamshpat Alhu La Azam Yeshaluni Mashpati Tadak Karbat Alhim Yachbutsun Lama Tsamnu Wala Rate Aninu Napshanu Wala Tadahan Biyum Thamkam Tumtsau Chimps Wukkel Atsbikam Tangashu Han Larib Wamtsa Tatsumu Wul Hakut Bagruf Rashala Tetsumu Kum Lashmya Bamrum Golkum Hexa Yahwa Tum Abchurhu Yum Anut Atam Napshu Hulkuf Kagman Rashu Washuk Wapper Yitzya Hulza Tukra Tsum Wiwum Rutsun Lihwa Halwa Zah Tsum Abchurhu Touch Charts Boot Rasha Hector Agdut Mutha Washlich Ritsutyam Chipshim Wakal Mutha Tantaku Halwa Purs Lurab Lichmuk Waniyam Merudim Tabya Bait Ki Turah Arm Waksitu Wam Bushrak La Tet Alm as Yabka Kashtur Auruk Warkutuk Mahra Tatsmuch Wahluk Rapnik Tatkuk Kabud Yahwa Yaspuk as Tukra Wihwa Yana Tishwa Yammer Hani Tasyir Matukuk Mutha Shulch Atzba Woodmur Aun Woodpuck Lurab Nupshuk Winpush Nana Tishbya was Butch Shuk Auruk Waplituk Ketharim Winchuk Yahwa Tamyah Washibya But chits, what? But chits, shoot. Nipshuk, what's matyuk? Yitch leets, wahiyat, kagan, rwah, wak mutsa, mim asher la yuk zabu, mi mew, wabnu, muk, churbut, aulam, musti, dur, wudur, takumam, wakra, luk, better parts, mashubab, natibut, lashbut, tshib, mashbut, rugluk, ashut, chipstick. Yum kchi, wakrat, lashbut, ang, lugdush, lukdush, Yahwa, makbud, wakbudtu, mashut, durkik, memtswa, chipstuck, woodbur, debur, as tet ang, al Yahwa, wahar kabtik, al bamuti arts, wah aklatik, nachlet, yakum, abik ki, pi Yahwa debur. Ang is delight, delicate, pleasant, luxurious. Rish'ah would be wrong, fault, wicked, condemn, guilty, ungodly, that did wrong, disturb, violate, trouble. And of course, the other forms of those words.